Maybe the nurse was wrong, Chad.
How could she be wrong, Simone? She said Orville wasn't in his room.
I know.
And no one else could have checked him out. He must have just woke up and left. He disappeared, all right? I gotta find him.
Maybe we shouldn't.
What you talking about? You know this guy's the only one who can tell me about my past.
I know. But he also told you that if you continue to search for your past, that you might die.
Well, I'll take my chances, all right? I've come this far. I ain't gonna turn back now.
Well, how are we gonna find him? He could be anywhere.
I got a pretty good idea where he might be holed up. Come on.
Gotta find that birth certificate. What'd I do with it? How long ago's it been? Years and years, I guess. I know I stashed it someplace right in here. Where the hell did I hide it? I gotta find it before somebody else does. One person in particular, Chad Harris.
What a tragedy. Luis can't save his own father, and Pilar sees her husband die in front of her eyes.
I wish Simone was here right now to put my arms around her. It's times like this you appreciate how precious your family is to you.
Well, Simone's at the Bennett's. I took her there right after the party.
Are you sure she's there?
I would not leave her at the youth center with Chad. You know that.
Well, I'm glad she's at the Bennett's. She'll be safe there.
I barely knew my father, but I was so sure that someday he'd come back into our lives. And now...
I'm gonna get you through this, Miguel. I'm gonna make sure you feel better, I promise.
As long as I can remember, you and I have had this special closeness. I want you to know that it means a lot to me, Kay. Especially now. I've got to be with my mom and Luis.
I'll be right here waiting for you.
Hey, you should be home.
Mom, I had to come when I heard about Miguel's dad.
Look, that's nice, sweetheart. It's very considerate, but it's late. It's really time to go home.
No, I can't go home yet.
Kay.
Look, you don't understand. Miguel still needs me.
Hey, Miguel. I hate to give you more bad news, but,
What is it?
well, it's Teresa. She wants to tell Ethan that she's been lying to him all along, that there is no boyfriend, that he's the only one that she's ever loved.
Oh my God, he's gonna blow up when he hears. He's gonna go completely crazy.
It's all my doing. Papa's dead because of me. It's all my fault.
Sheridan, you're cold. Let's go inside.
No, it's not the night air that's making me shiver. It's the mystery of it all. If it hadn't been for Luis, I wouldn't be here to look at the stars tonight. To see the first day of a new millennium.
Look out behind you!
I will never be able to repay Luis.
You want to explain how we found a piece of paper with a phone number on it in Martin's pocket? We try it out. It turns out to be yours. Why would my father have your private number on it?
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Okay, I'm certain that you've done everything you could to help Miguel tonight.
But to see him in so much pain, Mom, it breaks my heart.
I know, sweetheart, but he's got his family now, and Charity is there for him.
I mean more to Miguel than Charity ever could.
Kay, I know you've seen how close that Charity and Miguel have gotten.
Yeah, I have, but you...
What, sweetheart?
Nothing. You wouldn't understand.
Try me?
Look, Mom. Just let me stay a little bit longer, at least until I make sure Miguel is all right.
She blames herself for Papa's fall. She wasn't anywhere near him.
I know, but she's been praying for something to happen to mess up this party tonight so that she wouldn't have to produce this phantom boyfriend of hers.
Oh, God. Poor Teresa.
She's really hurting Miguel. And on top of everything else, she's determined to tell Ethan the truth. Now, I know better than anyone else that Ethan needs to know the truth sooner or later. But for her to talk to him now while she's feeling so bad...
Where is she?
She's outside. Now, I told her not to talk to Ethan, but she's so emotional, she's likely to say anything.
Nothing would have happened if it hadn't been for me.
Teresa, look, I know you're upset, but you're not making sense. You're nowhere near your father.
Taxi!
Gwen, where are you going? Gwen, wait!
My father's dead. It's all my fault.
Teresa.
Let me take you home.
I can't go home just yet. I'm worried about Luis. I'm afraid that he's feeling guilty.
About what?
About saving me over his own father.
Sheridan, come on. Look, Luis did the right thing. You know, he couldn't save both of you. I mean, Martin had a gun on you, and Luis reacted the same way any other policeman would have. I mean, he did the logical thing.
No. This goes beyond logic, Hank. I mean, even though Luis's father hasn't been there for him, physically or emotionally, there's still that connection. You know, that deep emotional bond between a father and a child.
You wouldn't be talking about the relationship between you and your father, would you?
I don't know. Maybe I am. But I do know that if I were Luis, I would never be able to forgive myself for not saving my own father, no matter how terrible he'd been to me.
My father had your number in his pocket. Now, why would Martin Fitzgerald have Julian Crane's private phone number?
Well, I have no idea why he had it or how he got it. It's very distressing.
Did he call you?
Of course not. If he had, I would have told you.
Think hard, Crane. Did my father ever contact you?
I'm as surprised as you, Luis. Your father was foolish enough to return to Harmony when he knew full well that he'd risk being arrested for embezzlement.
My husband wasn't a thief. There must be some connection between Martin and you that you're not telling us.
Yes. Well, thanks for letting me know.
What is it, honey? An emergency?
Orville's left the hospital without anyone seeing him. And the nurse told me she called Chad Harris and told him to.
What?
If that's all you know, why were you so hell-bent on keeping Chad away from your daughters?
Because he is a street kid. With a bad attitude and a bad temper to match, and I want better than that for my girls.
Makes sense.
Of course it makes sense. You, of all people, should know why I wouldn't want my daughters to get involved with the wrong man. Well, it's a good thing Simone doesn't know about Orville's disappearance. She'd be out searching for him with Chad.
Think, Orville. Think. Where would you have put that birth certificate? I gotta find it.
You really think he came back to his apartment, Chad?
Well, if he had his head on straight when he took off from the hospital, I figured he'd make straight for here. And if he did, that I'm finally gonna get some answers. Yeah, somebody's in there, and I bet you it's Orville.
I'm scared, Chad. I keep thinking that if you do find out about your past, you're gonna die.
Listen to me. There's no way it's gonna happen, okay? That don't figure into my plans at all.
Wait. Let's just think about it.
I'm going in, all right? Look, Simone, I don't want to get you in trouble, okay? I know your mom don't like you hanging out with me to begin with.
Oh, she'll get over that.
Well, I doubt that. Look, I don't want you to take any heat for this. I'm gonna call you a cab to take you home.
No.
Look, I'll handle this myself.
No, you won't. If you're gonna stay here, I'm gonna stay too. I'm not gonna leave you alone.
Yes. Finally. I found it. The birth certificate.
Oh, open up, it's Chad. Look, I know you're in there, man. Let me in, Orville. Come on, man. Open the door.
Stay back.
What are you doing?
You wouldn't want to know.
What is that?
Your life is over if you found out. Oh, kid. I told you to let it go.
What is this? It's a birth certificate.
And your name is written over someone else's name.
All right, Orville, start talking, huh? What's the deal with this? Huh? Who wrote my name on his birth certificate?
It doesn't matter.
Well, damn it, it does to me! Now, I want you to tell me. Whose birth certificate is this?
Yours. Now get out of here. Get out of Harmony.
Orville, you're gonna tell me everything you know. And you're gonna tell me right now.
You'll only bring heartache and pain to everybody here.
What the hell are you talking about?
Nobody wanted you when you were born. Don't go trying to find them now.
What you mean nobody
Go
wanted
far away for your own sake.
Listen, I just want to know why you say
Go before it's too late.
Chad, maybe we should go.
No, I ain't going nowhere until this old man tells me the truth. Now, let's start from the beginning, shall we? What does this birth certificate mean, huh? Is it really mine? Exactly who is it that didn't want me?
You know, honey, I feel better too knowing that Simone is safe at the Bennetts, not running around town with Chad looking for Orville.
That is a relief, isn't it?
Sweetheart, although I don't see Chad as a threat to Simone.
He's a street kid.
Yes, he's a street kid. He's a little rough around the edges, but basically he's a good kid. And he's a good worker for me. You know, this kid really knows his music. Someday he's going to make a name for himself.
I don't want any daughter of mine hanging around with Chad Harris.
Sweetheart, where is this coming from?
It's just been a bad night, TC.
You sure?
Just saw a man fall to his death.
Sweetheart, I'm so sorry. What was I thinking about?
Any ideas?
About what?
Why Martin had my private phone number. I have to come up with a story fast. It has to be something plausible.
You're on your own for this one.
Well, what else is new? All right, you listen to me. At least don't contradict anything I say when Bennett and Lopez Fitzgerald continue with the question.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Look, after all these years, I might just finally find out the truth.
Laura, Sharon, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I'm just grateful that you're safe. Well, I better not keep Grace waiting.
I can only imagine what you're going through right now. Not being able to save your father.
Yeah. I'm feeling bad, and it's driving me crazy.
I
That
don't-
man, my father, abandoned us. Just left us and took off. Then he comes back to hurt us even more. He takes you hostage and thinks he can just shoot his way out of the town. No one, least of all me, should mourn a man like that.
But you are.
Yeah. And it's making me sick that I am.
You're too good of a man not to mourn, Luis. Too loving.
Teresa, you're not alone. You have a lot of people around you, your family. They love you.
You don't understand. You don't realize what happened. I have to talk to you. I have to tell you.
I ain't going nowhere, Orville. I'm gonna stay right in your face until you tell me the whole story. And I mean all of it.
Whole story, whole...
Don't do this, man. Don't do this, man.
They threw you away. They threw you away.
Who did? Huh? Orville, who threw me away? Who changed this birth certificate?
Too much talk. Too much.
Orville, okay. Shh, calm down. All right, we're gonna take it easy. We're gonna take it easy.
No.
Take it easy. Shh, calm down. It's okay.
Orville?
Just be chill.
Orville.
Be chill.
Orville, drink. Here, you'll feel better.
Better?
You've got to stop this, Chad.
Stop what? Huh? Stop trying to get a straight answer from this old man? A piece of information that, might give me a clue as to who I really am?
You have to stop coming down on him like this. Can't you see he's not well? Orville's not going to tell us anything. Orville, do you feel better? Would you like some more water? Orville?
Whose is this? Whose birth certificate was this before they put my name on it? You know, I came here to get some answers. And all I seem to wind up with is more and more and more questions. I'm not even sure I am who I say I am anymore.
I could see that Julian was making you uneasy, so I thought we'd get away from him. Did he say anything to you?
Julian? No.
Sweetheart, are you sure?
Yes. Why, are you upset that I wound up in his arms at midnight?
No, I'm not upset. I'm just surprised. But that's not the only thing that's surprising me tonight. Whoever thought the new millennium would start with a death?
I feel like somebody just walked over my grave.
It's okay, honey.
So, anything new here?
Luis, I told Pilar, and now I'm telling you, anything I can do, anything at all, just let me know.
All I want is the truth, Miss Crane. That's how you and your husband can help us.
You know, I was just thinking that I might have an idea why Martin had my phone number. She's been the Crane private business line for years. And when my father ran the company full-time, it was his phone line.
You're saying that Martin Fitzgerald had Alistair Crane's private business line?
Yes, well, Martin must have gotten a hold of it somehow when he worked for Crane Industries years ago. And then perhaps he came back to Harmony to ask my family's forgiveness for the money he embezzled so that he could get back with his family. I mean, it's the only thing I can think of. When he saw Luis in Santa Fe, he might have been reminded of the family he left behind, and so what he did was head back to Harmony, hoping that I'd, help him get back on his feet again.
Did Martin contact you?
Did he see you here in Harmony?
Well, no, to both questions.
What do you know about Martin Fitzgerald coming back to town?
Fleur, can you wait here? I'll get the car. Okay.
Mama! Mama, please forgive me. You have to forgive me.
Forgive you for what, Teresita? I'll take Teresa home too. Just wait here. Thank you, Grace.
No, I'm parked right over there. I'll be happy to take him home, Mrs. Bennett.
I'll call you later. Thank you.
Why? Why do you want my forgiveness? Because I did it. It's all my fault. Mama, I prayed for something to happen. Ethan, I should have told him the truth. If I had, he'd still be there.
Teresa, no. No, don't even think that. Your father's death has nothing to do with you, mi niña, nothing.
But I didn't. I didn't. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Teresa, please. Ethan, I've never seen her like this. It's as if she's about to collapse. Please help me.
It's my fault. Oh, my
Teresa.
It's all right, Teresa.
I did it.
Did you see the pain in Luis's eyes?
Yeah, he's going through hell.
How can something like that happen?
I don't know, we'll probably never figure it out. My father always told me Martin was a stand-up guy, solid as a rock. I guess people just change,
Hi. Gwen, where's Ethan?
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have come. I didn't mean to interrupt. You've already been through so much already tonight. I'm sorry.
No, Gwen, wait. Hank, I hope you won't mind if I don't ask you to stay for nightcap.
No, of course not. I was gonna cut out anyway and let you get some rest. You had a rough night.
Look, thanks for bringing me home.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? Night, Gwen.
So what happened? Where's Ethan?
He's with another woman. Someone who's just madly in love with him.
Teresa? Who else?
You should have seen him, Sheridan.
Comforting Teresa?
He was so sweet with her.
Teresa's father had just...
I know, and I feel bad. I truly do. Everyone feels really bad. But Ethan was so kind to her and gentle and caring towards her. Thank you.
Ethan is a wonderful guy. I mean, I would expect him to be kind and gentle to someone who just lost their father. I mean, you can't be mad at him for that.
I wasn't mad. Not the first time.
The first time?
And the first time I saw him comforting Teresa, I understood. But then I thought he was going to go comfort Pilar, but as soon as I came back, I found him with Teresa again.
Look, Gwen, I think you're reading way too much into this.
No, look, I've known for weeks how Teresa feels about Ethan. She is totally obsessed with him and in love with him, and you can't tell me that she isn't.
I won't.
I mean, Ethan keeps denying it. I mean, to me and to himself. He has completely bought into this idea that Teresa has some boyfriend that she's crazy about.
And there's no chance that she could be telling the truth about this?
No, zero. She is so transparent. This is pathetic. Ethan and I were supposed to meet this boyfriend of hers, just like we were supposed to meet him Christmas Eve. But he's such an elusive little devil because he didn't show up again. And guess who managed to wind up in Ethan's arms at midnight? Teresa. I overheard some women talking about a magazine article that they had read earlier. And apparently it claims that whichever man's arms a woman is in at midnight New Year's Eve is the man they're destined to spend the whole year with. Now, I know it's silly, and I don't normally believe in these things, but Sheridan, I wanted to be in Ethan's arms at midnight. I thought he was going to propose to me tonight, and I was finally going to say yes, because I thought that Teresa wasn't a threat to us anymore. But she certainly looked like one tonight, with her arms wrapped around Ethan and her head resting on his chest.
Tell me about that prediction again.
Why? Whose arms were you in at midnight?
Have you seen or heard from Martin Fitzgerald since he came back to town, Ivy?
I haven't seen Martin in, I don't know how long, years.
So you had no idea he'd come back to Harmon?
Sam, I'm sorry, I had no idea he was here.
Are you sure, Ivy? Think.
I don't have to think. I'm positive.
Louise? So what do you think? Were Ivy and Julian lying?
I don't know about Ivy, but I sure as hell don't buy Crane's story.
Yeah, my gut tells me he's lying through his teeth. But without hard evidence, we can't prove it.
Well, we can sure as hell give it our best shot. Now, something is definitely off here. Way off. Now, why was Julian's number in my father's pocket? Now, I'm gonna find out, Sam. Whatever it takes, I'm gonna find out.
I hope you do, Luis.
Now, I hated Martin for abandoning us. But still, that man who died here tonight, he's my father. And my mother is grieving. Now, she deserves to know the truth about it. She deserves to be at peace.
So do you, Luis. So do you.
Thanks for your support, darling.
Support?
Yes, you didn't contradict my story.
I didn't do it for you, Julian. I did it for Ethan. He's just beginning his career, and I don't want your mistakes hurting my son. I just hope that Sam and Louise buy your lie that you didn't know Martin was back. But, judging by the look on their face...
Now, to hell with them. That's my story. It's the only one they're gonna get from me. Just remember one thing, Ivy. Dead men can't talk.
Chad Harris is there?
He brought Orville back, Dr. Russell. And your daughter is with him.
Simone?
What about Simone, Mom?
I'll be right there.
What's going on, honey?
Your sister is not at the Bennett house. She's at the hospital with Orville and Chad.
Well, I swear to you, Mom, I left Simone at the Bennett house. I did.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I gotta hang out here a little while longer. But I want you to go home. Right? You gotta take care of Mama and Teresa. I'll have one of the cops give you a ride home, okay?
All right. You know, Mama's gonna say she's fine, even if she isn't. But Teresa, she's the one I'm really worried about.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see ya.
It's my fault.
It's okay, Teresa. You're home. It's gonna be all right.
Dennis, I try not to think about it, sweetie.
She's cold, Pilar. She might still be in shock.
It's okay. We just have to keep her warm, that's all.
Okay.
I'll go get another blanket and a hot water bottle.
Right.
Don't go.
Hey, I'm not.
I have to tell you what I did.
Hey, you need to try and rest, Teresa.
You have to know.
Just close your eyes.
No, please, don't leave me.
Hey, I'm not. I'm gonna stay right here by your side. I promise. Try and rest, Teresa.
Simone?
Mom, you were supposed to stay at the Bennetts.
You are in such big trouble, young lady.
Look, it's my fault. We'll get to you later. No, well, get to me now, okay? Because I'm the one to blame. Man, I should have brought someone home first, but I didn't want to lose Orville.
No, it's not your fault, Chad.
I will talk about this when I'm done with my patient. Why did you run away from the hospital, Orville? What are you hiding?
Where am I? Chad Harris? Somebody else.
Happy New Millennium. So you been out partying? Let's just say it's been an eventful night, my friend.
Well, your day turned into a pumpkin or something?
I was gonna have a great night with this perfect woman, but something happened to cut it short.
Man, I wish I could find me the perfect woman.
Well, I'm not gonna give up on this lady. She could be just what I'm looking for. Hey, maybe that's her. Hello? How the hell did you get this number?
Well, I know about the mix-up, how you wanted to ask Louise to go with you tonight, but mistakenly asked Hank instead.
When it comes to making mistakes, I'm really on a roll. Although Hank is a very sweet guy.
Did you wind up in his arms at midnight? Is Hank the man you'll be with for the rest of the year?
No, I wasn't with Hank. I was with Louise.
So you wound up in the arms of the man you wanted to be with in the first place. Just like Teresa wound up with Ethan. It was meant to be, just like the prediction, Sheridan.
Oh, Glenn, it was a silly romance magazine article, nothing more.
Well, I remember another prediction. Remember the fortune cookie? It said that my love would be threatened by a woman close by.
Oh, the fortune cookie.
Well, I didn't think much of it at the time, but now that I remember, Teresa was right there.
Look, Glenn, if you start believing in all this seeing into the future stuff, you'll drive yourself mad.
Look, I normally don't believe in these things, but it all seems to be coming true.
Nothing's coming true.
Well, you got what you wanted, didn't you?
The last person I could ever spend the rest of the year with is Louise.
Ooh, I'd offer to make you a martini, officer, but I know you're still on duty.
Listen, Julian.
The bartender neglected to tell me where he keeps his olives. The fellow's left for the evening.
I know you're lying.
Oh, no. I never lie about olives. I might fib about a lemon twist,
Everything that you have said about my father is a damn lie.
I'm glad we're alone, Ivy.
Oh, Jessica and Charity must be upstairs.
Hey, Mom. Yeah. Do you think it's true that whoever you're with at midnight is who you'll spend the year with?
No, Kay, I don't believe it. Not for 1 second.
Maybe it could be true.
Ethan's in there with her now.
I gotta stop her from making things worse for herself.
Hey, Teresa, close your eyes. You need to rest.
I can't rest until I tell you.
Ethan, thank you for everything you've done for my sister, but I'll take care of her now.
Yes, of course.
No, don't go. Please stay with me. I have to tell you what I did.
How could you do this, Simone?
Oh, I am not in the mood for any of your
That is
lectures,
just too
Whitney.
bad, okay? Mom told you, she forbade you to have anything to do with Chad.
You are just jealous because I was the one with Chad when we found Orville, and not you.
Excuse me?
It's just made me and Chad closer.
Where am I?
You're in the hospital, Orville.
Oh. Oh, yes. I tried to destroy the evidence. But Chad, he walked in. But there's more.
More what?
Evidence. Can't remember where.
Now just calm down, Orville.
You keep him away. Keep Chad Harris away from your daughters. Don't let him fall in love with him.
Where am I? Forget it, you'll never know. I'm finished with you. Don't ever call me again, you got it? Never.
That's the call you're waiting for, huh?
No, I hope I never hear from them again.
I couldn't wait to be alone with you either, Sam. You held me when Martin fell, and I want to thank you for that.
I would have done that for anyone. It means nothing. But what does mean something is how you got me to come here tonight. You tricked me.
What on earth are you talking about?
You set this whole thing up, Ivy. The hospital benefit committee giving Eve that award. I mean, not that she doesn't deserve it.
I didn't trick you.
Stop denying it. It's not even important. But what is important is that you understand something. If it looks like Grace is going to be hurt, or even suspects that you and I had a past, I'm going to tell her the truth. I don't want to, but I will. But if Julian were to find out about it, I think that you would have a lot more to lose than I would.
You're covering something, Crane. What?
You're convicting me without proof, officer. It's a bad policy, not to mention illegal.
Don't talk to me about the law.
All right, let me put it to you this way. It's your word against mine.
Maybe right now it is. But when I find out exactly what you were up to with my father, we'll see what your word is worth. Maybe I was wrong in changing my opinion about your family. Maybe you Cranes are all as evil as I thought.
You're just trying to make me feel better about not being in Ethan's arms at midnight.
I'm just being realistic, Gwen.
Well, I think that you definitely want to be with Luis for the rest of the year. You went to Santa Fe with him. You went to the tree lighting ceremony with him. Sheridan, could it be possible? Could you be falling in love with Luis?
No, absolutely not. It's impossible. I mean, we're from two different worlds, just like Ethan and Teresa.
Please, Ethan, there's something important I have to tell you.
She doesn't know what she's saying. She's in shock. Teresa, you need to sleep. It's all right.
It's my fault.
Your father's death must have hit her pretty hard. If she keeps saying it's her fault, why would she say that?
Shh, go to sleep.
Yeah. I think you should call her boyfriend. I know if something terrible happened to me that I'd want Gwen by my side. Do you have his number? I'll call him, get him over here.
It's gonna be all right, Teresa. Everything is all right.
She must have his number around here somewhere.